So we are going to make the rustic andouille Trimmy bisque, which I'm very excited about. So guys, we're gonna head over to my stove to get this Trimmy bisque going. Okay, now let me get y'all nice and settled. Make sure y'all can see everything. So things that I've already done. I have already cooked the sausage. However, I only had one pack. So I will need to supplement that later on. Another thing that I have is I'm going to need some boiling water in a minute. So I already have that going in a pot right here, and I need to turn the heat up so it'll get going. So I just have one of my big stock pots, and I'm going to turn it on because we are going to boil, get some vegetables going, okay? The first thing that's in the recipe is some cold water, some spinach, cauliflower. Is it rice? Hold on. No, florets. This is a vegetable bisque. Some broccoli. And it says an onion and a couple of bell peppers. So I'm just going to do half a bag of this frozen 3-pepper and onion blend. Oopsie daisy, that was stuck in the top. That's what it looks like. Okay. I'll have a little mess to clean up. All right. It also wants some minced garlic. I need to grab a little utensil here. I like a lot of garlic. Makes my heart happy. And also some basil, which I already measured out. Just some basil. It's just generic basil. And this is the garlic that I have, probably from Walmart. Okay. And let me find a beautiful spoon. Something about the Trimmy bisque makes me think that I need a beautiful spoon. So I'm just going to try to get most of this down in the water. It's not all going to get covered up, but what we're going to do is get these veggies cooking. So we're just going to cover this. We want it to boil, and we're going to head back over to the bar over here. Do y'all like how I'm just bringing you along for the ride? All right. So they want us to cover it and bring to a boil, like I said, and then after it's boiled, reduce the heat to a simmer and cook until the veggies are tender. And then we'll add the diced tomatoes, which I have here. So I'm going to go ahead and sit those over there while I'm thinking about it and get all my trash put away. Okay. I wish that I had a ponytail holder. This is going to drive me bonkers. Let's see if I have one right here in my junk drawer. I organized this on the first day of the Blooms decluttering thing, and it's already junk, but I did find a ponytail holder, so that's exciting. Hold, please. Okay. Does that look good? Okay. So the first blend that we're going to go ahead and get done so that we can move on to our chicken is going to be an okra blend. And I already have a lot of this stuff measured out and have the okra here. And I'm going to go grab that water. Let me see how much it is. 4.5 cups. Okay. So I told the washing machine guy, I said, I work from home and I'm going to be cooking live in my kitchen over Zoom. And he went, oh, okay. Oh, it was so funny. So this water did not boil, but it wants just off the boil water. So it works out. Let me find the half a cup. It's funny explaining what I do to people, as you can imagine. Okay. Let's see what's next. Oh, shoot. It was just supposed to be 3 cups of it. Okay. Ooh, that's hot. Hang on. Easy fix. I did make a little bit of a mess. That's okay. All right. Let's fix that camera for you guys. Okay, okra, 3 cups of the water, miso. I could not find miso locally. Typically, when I do this recipe, I have stockpiled some miso that I do purchase from Whole Foods. Okay, so instead of the miso, we're going to use some soy sauce. And I'm just going to do about a tablespoon and taste it and see how it feels. And at the end of cooking, and if I feel like it needs more, I'll put more. It's really not that big a deal. If you want to leave it out, you can. It's not a huge, ginormous deal if you don't have it. Okay, vinegar. We have balsamic and apple cider. Okay. I need to shake her up. Okay. Trimmy bisques are very, they look very difficult, but they're not. It's just a bunch of dump and go. Okay, tomato paste. I had a little spatula just for this. I have this little tiny one from Paper Chef, and I use it exclusively for my tomato paste can. Do y'all have things like that? Yeah. This is one of the first recipes that I made when I got my Trim Healthy Table Cookbook, because it looks so good, and Serene really wanted everyone to make a bisque. Isn't that funny? They were all, I can't remember what the big, oh, it was the Wonder White blender bread. I think that was all the rage. That's one of the first things that people were wanting to make. And Serene, of course, y'all know she's not on Facebook. And Pearl was like, "They're not making your bisque." And she was like, "They're so delicious. What is wrong?" And I wanted to go, "We're not like you, girl. You're awesome." But I decided to take the challenge. Okay, so there we go. We got our tomato paste. Oh, yes, and our sun-dried tomatoes. This is what I found. Normally, I get a different brand, and it's much taller glass jar from the Walmarts, but this is what I'm using today. Okay, and we're going to do a tablespoon. Okay, and this is optional, but they're very good. So I'm just going to get a few out of here, and it's going to be totally fine. I'm going to do 3 of these. So good. So what to do with the rest of this? You need to make the Tuscan tomato, what is it called? Tuscan chicken. It's something like that. It's in here. It's a skillet meal. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, that's what you can use up the rest of that for. Okay, so we have our okra, our water, miso, soy sauce, vinegars, tomato paste, sun-dried tomatoes. And we're going to blend this up, girls. I'm going to go check on these veggies. I'll turn this so y'all can watch me. Bless your hearts. Okay. Okay, we're just now coming to a boil. I'll switch my hands over a little bit. The spinach is broken up, and the veggies are getting softer. So that's exciting. So I recommend, if you do make this recipe, have some other things planned. So while you're in the kitchen, you can do some other things. We're going back to the rustic andouille Trimmy bisque. And I'm not using andouille sausage. I'm using venison sausage. I forgot to tell you guys that. You can use any sausage. If you want to use ground meat, you can. This is an S. You can use ground sausage. It doesn't matter what protein source that you want. If you want to use some chicken breast and some ground, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So you do you, boo, on that. So that's something I wanted to tell you guys about for sure. Okay, I do need to add the diced tomatoes. That. Can y'all see me? I can't tell. I don't think you can. I'm sorry. I'm going to come right back. Okay, I got that mixed in. And I'm also going to mix in the okra. Ooh, that needs to blend a little more. Using the soy sauce, it smells like when I use miso, just so y'all know. It has the same smell. So that's good. All right, so I just added that to the pot. I'm gonna give it a good little stir. I'm gonna put the lid back on and head back over because we're gonna do a second blend. But girls, there is something wrong. I believe that this has cracked because it is leaking. That's not good. So I'm just gonna grab another one because we have a second blend, but typically you're supposed to use the same blender. I'm just gonna use this one because it's handier. Okay, for the second blend, this is what they're calling the Trimmy blend. Use the same dirty blender. Of course, we're not, because mine I think is cracked. We're gonna add the rest of our water in here. Okay. Ghee. These are our core Trimmy ingredients. I didn't even think I had ghee, but I wasn't gonna buy any just for this. I was just gonna use coconut oil and it was gonna be okay. Where am I at in my thing? 1 tablespoon of ghee. I might can rustle up that. Yes. So if you don't have ghee, don't you dare shut that book and say, I can't make this recipe. You could use coconut oil if you wanted to. Okay, next is some MCT oil. Let me see if my girls got that. They did. All right. Might take a minute for this. I gotta get a dry tablespoon for the rest of this. I'm gonna do some just gelatin. And then also some collagen. I don't have THMs, I have Vital Proteins, but it'll work just fine. But isn't it cute? They're calling this the Trimmy blend. And that's a scoop. Okay, fine. And we're gonna do some sunflower lecithin as well. And some of this stuff, guys, seriously, I mean, if you don't have all of it, it's okay. You're still gonna have a bunch of veggies, broth, and protein. So what? You don't have sunflower lecithin. Don't let that stop you, okay? All right, so we got ghee, MCT, gelatin, collagen, lecithin. Nutritional yeast is next. Where's that one at? Need to refill my nutritional yeast jar. Get low, baby. All right, we're gonna do some salt. A tablespoon of salt. Whoa. All right, I'm going with it. All right, some pepper. Okay, and all of my family eats this, by the way. They all do. Cayenne, I'm going to skip that. Onion powder. Just enough, girls. Some cumin. And this is something that you could have prepped, ready to go to if you wanted. Go ahead and set that out. Or like my kids love to do this, measure out the ingredients. So that's something you could get them to do as well. And we're gonna have some liquid smoke as well. And the stevia. Sometimes I believe that I've left this out and it was fine. I'm just gonna do one. That stuff's expensive. Okay, so let's go over that one more time. So we have the rest of that water. We have the Trimmy ingredients of ghee, MCT, gelatin, collagen, lecithin. I did nutritional yeast, liquid smoke, the seasonings of salt, pepper, cayenne. I did not use cumin, onion powder. And I also did 1 donk of stevia. And we're gonna get this blended up. And we're gonna buzz it. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I love this recipe. Add the sausage and heat through. I pre-cooked mine. So now I'm just gonna take the pre-cooked sausage and put it in my soup, my bisque. I think it's just as easy to do that. There was not much fat, but this is an S. So I'm okay with it. But this was just one pack of sausage, and I need to get another one. But I will be adding more protein to this. I wanted to say on their little notes in Trim Healthy Table on how to make it a family meal, please always read over those, guys. So many great tips. That's how I learned to definitely add in non-starchies to my meals, and then also how to make crossovers for my people, since I did not have a coach. But that's carried over to how I teach you guys. So thanks so much for watching. I hope y'all have a great day. Bye, y'all.